Good morning. I'm Luca Guaranera, PhD in computer science, and thank you for your invitation. And today I'm going to describe ICT Lab located in Catania, in Italy. ICT Lab is a spin-off of University of Catania, working in the field of digital forensics. The founders are the Professor Sebastiano Battiato, the Dr. Oliver Giudice, and Antonino Paratore. Several industries collaborate with the ICT Lab, such as law enforcement agencies called in Italy RIS, or Reparto Investigazioni Scientifiche of Carabinieri, or the company Safergate, and many others. ICT Lab has two cores: the research and the product. A lot of research is done in order to create new tools able to solve problems in various areas of digital forensics, such as, for example, define what was a weapon that fired in a crime scene, or, for example, define if a multimedia content, such as images or video, has been manipulated, and much more. In general, new algorithms are also created for various tasks related to the field of computer vision, created by ICT Lab. For example, find anomalies in objects in a scene, or do the tracking of objects in real time in order to determine the trajectory traveled by a particular object. Or it is possible we created computer vision algorithm to automate the flight of drones and much more. This is the ICT Lab team. ICT Lab is composed by the three founders and a PhD that I and a PhD student, Francesco Guarnera, and two software developers, Roberto Lotta and Chiara Maugeri. The goal of ICT Lab is the so-called technology transfer, that is to do scientific research in the field of artificial intelligence to solve certain tasks and transform this knowledge, these new discoveries into products, into new modern software for investigation use, for business use, and much more. It is understood that one of the elements that differentiates ICT Lab from other companies is the research, and it is mainly based on the definition of new artificial intelligence algorithms that can solve several tasks. In general, this artificial intelligence allows machines to learn from experiments, adapt to new information received, and perform human-like tasks. Computers can learn to perform a specific task by processing a large amount of data, the so-called big data. And the more data we have to solve our task, the more sophisticated our algorithm will be. Based on this principle, several algorithms have been developed by ICT Lab, such as, for example, face recognition, privacy-preserving biometrics, image tagging, retail image analysis, and many others. Let's see some of these systems in detail. ICT Lab research is developing advanced access control system and big data analysis tools based on advanced face matching and biometric technique. Face recognition system in conjunction with big data analytics tools are exploited to identify people from the social network profile images. Some of them use real face images, many just link an image portraying a celebrity. Specific faces can be searched in our analysis tool, or can be used in the FaceDoc automatic and real-time detection system to generate alarms or specific alters. Algorithms of this type, based on access control, are created by exploiting artificial intelligence algorithm approach, and in this way, our computer in an intelligent way will be able to solve the task to access control. So, for example, can understand through the acquisition of images of a video surveillance system if a particular person can access in a certain area of the company, or, for example, if a particular event occurs to trigger an alarm. This type of algorithms turn out to be increasingly sophisticated. Another system developed by ICT Lab is about giving intelligence to robots in order to maximize profits in a supermarket, for example. So we are in a retail environment. In this context, was born a collaboration with Cybergate. In detail, we have a robot that works in the supermarket through the. We start a video. Okay. We have these robots that work in the supermarkets through a predefined path. The robot is composed by a camera, which the aim of monitoring the supermarket shelves. The objective in this context has been to create artificial intelligence algorithm in order to verify the absence of products in the various shelves. Through the analysis of images acquired in real time. In case an item, for example, is not present in the shelf, feedback is sent to the operators who will promptly intervene to restock the particular department. So, ICT Lab has developed artificial intelligence algorithms for drones, and in this case, for example, images captured by a camera attached to drones have been used to identify anomalies in a solar panel. And in this case, we started a new collaboration with another company. These tools are also widely used in forensics way and many other areas. Another tool developed by ICT Lab involves geolocalization system. In particular, through powerful artificial intelligence tools, it is possible to locate the position in which an image was taken. We note that, in general, digital data contain metadata, in which GPS coordinates are present. The tool developed by ICT Lab does not take into account this information, also because it may be available, and the tool is able to obtain excellent geolocalization results by analyzing only the digital image. So, as described before, scientific research is one of the elements that characterize ICT Lab. Some of the phenomena that we analyzed very carefully concern the deepfake phenomenon. In general, deepfake refers to those multimedia contents synthetically altered or created by machine learning generative models. This powerful technology has been mainly used for malicious purpose, for example, in the pornography industry. Or this powerful technology can be used to spread misinformation. For example, in the deepfake video of Mark Zuckerberg that claims a series of statements about the platform's ability to steal its user data. In this context, we developed artificial intelligence algorithms able to define even more, in the most cases, even multimedia content is a deepfake. By achieving a classification accuracy value, and we exceed the state-of-the-art approach. Or another topic that we studied involved forensic ballistics. The forensic ballistics in general is a science that examines the characteristics of firearm, cartridge, and/or bullet found in a crime scene. And for the ICT Lab, the task is the gun model identification. In general, in summary, forensic the weapon firing process can be composed by these three main steps: the weapon loading, the shot, and the cartridge ejector. Each of these phases leaves an impression on the cartridge that is considered as a unique fingerprint of a specific weapon. Law enforcement agencies analyze the head of a cartridge, and we developed an algorithm based on deep neural network approach able to define if the cartridge were fired by a specific gun. And we developed another method based on an immersive way. In particular, in this case, we used an immersive headset called Oculus Rift S, and we can see a demo related to this last tool. Using only the joystick, the forensic experts are able to take the cartridge case. It is possible to scaling, rotate, and apply several filters such as lock rotation, lock translation in different axes. Or in this case, for example, it is possible to take the torch and analyze details in the cartridge cases in order to define the striations or other elements able to link it back to a specific weapon. And many others fields, for example, change the color of the mesh and others. For any information of ICT Lab, please you can visit our website. And in these last websites, we have it is possible to see our publication, the forensic field, and other areas of computer science. Thank you for your invitation, and thank you, Jenna.
Thank you very much, Luca, for the presentation. Again, as always, I'm asking if there is any question. Never hesitate. But if not,
I may, sorry, David, I'm always popping in. Sorry about that. I might have a question for Luca. As far as I understood, you're doing presently your PhD, right? So you're running a project between the university and ICT Lab. Is that a special PhD program? Is that a regular university program? Can you please tell us a bit about your experience and whether there would be space for students or even other PhD to do part of their activity in ICT Lab? Thank you.
Okay, yeah, my PhD is a particular PhD because it's an industrial, if I remember the name, industrial PhD. Executive PhD, because my PhD required to spend 80 months at the City Lab, 60 months at the University of Hertfordshire, in which I developed the last tool that we'll see in the video, and the remaining parts in the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science. And with respect to, for example, other PhD, in this case, we have the opportunity, for example, we started in collaboration with an agencies, in this case, ICT Lab. And I think that it is the best way in order to acquire expertise in a particular domain.
Okay. Well, thank you, Lucia. I don't know if you want to add something, but if not, we can go to the presentation of Free Mind Foundry Group by Simone Massaro. And I already see him, so Simone, feel free to share your slides if you have any, and the floor is yours. Your mic is just still muted. If you.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Hopefully, you can hear me without difficulties.
Yes, absolutely.
And see my screen. So, thank you very much for this opportunity to speak to you today. I'm Simone Massaro. I'm the CEO and founder of the Free Mind Foundry. The Free Mind Foundry is an international cooperation hub for the research and development of technologies in the field of energy, telecommunication, transportation, healthcare, and as well as entertainment. That is located in the city of Acireale, which is just 20 minutes away from the airport of Catania. This international cooperation hub hosts about 10 different companies within it that are all devoted to the research and development of technology. And today I will give you a brief overview of 2 or 3 of them, which the most important one in terms of opportunities of cooperation and growth. The hub itself acts as a central point, like a campus, similar to the university campus, where you have a lot of amenities and people and students and professionals and professors. They're all acting and working within this unique space with the goal of creating new technologies and designing a vision for the future. The campus itself is designed with, to be a comfortable environment where people can spend their time together with their colleagues, enjoying the work environment and the life at the same time. One of the most important company that offers within the campus the possibility to make internships and there's a lot of opening job position is Bucks Energy. Bucks Energy is a company focused on the design of software solutions for monitoring and control of renewable energy power plants. So it's a software company, a fully digital company operating in one of the most interesting fields that we have in the world and in Europe today, which is the field of renewable energy. So everything that revolves around wind, solar, geothermal power plants, regulation, hydrogen, all of these technologies are part of what is actually designed and monitored by the engineers of Bucks Energy. And they do that through remote operation center and monitoring and control room, which looks exactly like the one that you see on the screen. In fact, the 2 that you see on the top are located within the facility of the FreeMind Foundries, are 2 of many different toys that are available to our engineers inside our companies. And the one that you see below are actually located in our office in India and in South Africa for some of our customers. The customers of Bucks Energy are the major utilities in the world. They include Enel, EDF in France, NamPower in Namibia, Nareva in Morocco. They are located in 22 different countries, and all of them are trying to realize monitoring control room which allow them to analyze and monitor diverse assets that are distributed in their countries. The engineers of Bucks Energy and the researchers work primarily on analysis of data and designing of software solutions, which include the intelligent remote operation center that I showed you before, the monitoring system for the electrical vehicle charging infrastructure, computerized maintenance management system, and we're doing large investments now on everything that revolves around hydrogen and smart energy management system. Another company that is inside this unique campus is IntelliSync. IntelliSync is a company focused primarily on cybersecurity and defense. Within these companies, we run and operate network operation centers as well as security operation centers, which become the home for a lot of people that are passionate about IT infrastructures and everything that revolves around that. We're developing security solutions based on artificial intelligence, dashboards for the analysis of big data, and security not only of software equipment but primarily also of IoT devices and machinery of all sorts. The company also has a digital transformation team, which is focused on helping and assisting companies in digitalizing themselves. And this actually gives the possibility to work in numerous additional fields, such as the marketing, digital marketing, the communication, project management, and data analytics and so forth. And then there is a third company within the campus that offers a great collaboration opportunity, which is Wisdom. It's a company that is focused on designing and deploying IoT devices for sensing data from machines, buildings, facilities, and all kinds of devices. Today, it is active in 3 major fields, which are the smart energy, designing solutions for the acquisition of data from power plants, primarily solar and wind power plants, the environmental sensing for smart building, as well as custom patrol applications and so forth, and biomedical and healthcare devices, where we're actually cooperating on the design of the first total artificial heart in the world. And you know, within these companies, people that find place are engineers and technicians, which are fond about hardwares, and they like to design and work with assembling very cool prototypes of toys that then are distributed together with power plants or biomedical devices and other things like that. In this screen, you see one of our devices, which is the Jago 4, which is an industrial data logger utilized to interconnect power plants and realize the control of the electrical grids in several regions, not in the world. And here you see some of the other devices designed for environmental sensing, monitoring of the quality of the air, presence of people in the office space, and so forth. And in the precision medicine devices, we are designing the controllers for the total artificial heart, as well as bionic ear, and several other devices that are manufactured worldwide by primary companies. So what type of opportunities exist in FreeMind Foundry in our campus? So first of all, there are numerous companies operating in numerous space. So it's a sort of a one-stop and shop solution for a student and the candidate, because you can enter working for one company, then you can jump to the other one, and you can quickly learn many different things and move into different space. There is a mentorship program where we're actually continuing the training of the people that work with us with dedicated and specialized course that are done in our academy that range from a month to up to 6 months of deep dive into various technologies. And it's a very young work environment with an average age of 27 years. So, you know, students and people that are on a campus go from the age of 19, the youngest one, to, you know, perhaps I'm one of the oldest person in my 40s. We offer great career opportunities with the possibility to, again, to move from one space to the other, with a lot of international networking happening inside the campus. And we frankly have a very beautiful office with a lot of amenities, from games rooms to gyms, restaurants, everything that you need to enjoy your working life. Currently, we have multiple open opportunities. We're primarily looking for software developers coming up from with engineering degree or degree in computer science. We're also looking for project managers, all kind of web developers, full stack developers, but also data analysts, solution engineers, quality control engineers, automation engineers, focusing on SCADA systems, PLC, IoT devices, and so forth. In the cybersecurity business, we're frankly looking for people that are passionate about security, penetration test, vulnerability assessment, and all that sort of things. And then we're also looking for graphic designers and people with a degree in economics, which can actually work in administration, finance, and control, We're also looking for people with degrees in other fields, which we repurpose to become project managers on international projects, and all kind of IT figures are required in our campus. We currently have 450 people in our campus, but we only started 4 years ago. We are one of the fastest growing business here in Sicily, and we are hiring roughly 100 people per year. So we have a target in 2022 to get again another 100 people. And the way that we do that is we start with the internship, and then immediately after the internship, we go to a hiring program. And typically 80% of the people that started the internship with us are hired within our companies. And I think I stayed within my 15 minutes, and I'd like to leave some space if there is any question on the FreeMind Foundry and what we're doing there.
Indeed, Simon, you did great on the timing, and we have time for questions.
I just want to give a comment. I'm Filippo Caraci. I'm one of the two deputy rectors with Antonio Terrasi, and I have the pleasure to finally have the opportunity to hear Dr. Massaro and to thank him for the great collaboration with the University of Catania. So for students or interested, I can say that it's the ideal place to enjoy it's very excellent example of collaboration between university and enterprise. Thank you, Simon.
Absolutely. Thank you, Professor.
If I may, David, I don't know whether the students want to ask something. I mean, it was totally clear, thank you very much, Dr. Massaro, for this very clear presentation, talking about the activities, but also the opportunities, which is something that we're really interested in this alliance, to give the idea to the students that there are many more opportunities that they have around their university, close to their universities, to go abroad and see what's going on abroad. I was wondering, presumably English is the normal work language in your field, but what about multilingualism? Would you be interested in?
So I was about, yeah, that's a good question. So most of our customers speak either French or Spanish or German language. We have a certain number of customers that are located in Portugal and Brazil. So Portuguese and Brazilian Portuguese are also appreciated, but English remains the primary language within our facility. But absolutely, we have, French and German are probably the most difficult to find in our area. So we're constantly getting people that are able to speak this language primarily as project managers or supporting all of the activities that revolve around the project. So these 4 languages are what we're looking for.
Thank you very much. Actually, I'm very pleased of your answer. And this was also to highlight another aspect, which is crucial for UNIS. Multilingualism and multiculturalism can be a plus and not a minus. So definitely, thank you very much. I don't know whether there are other questions.
Yes, I'm still a bit waiting for them, but
Okay.
I don't think so. There is no in the chat. And okay, so that's it.
All right.
First
Thank
one.
you.
Thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lucia, for all your interventions. And now we are going to do a small break before continuing with the presentation. So we do a little break until 11, and then we will continue with the presentation of A4X. Thank you, everyone.